How's it going, everyone? Welcome to the Yard Dad. So I decided to make this channel because I already have another channel, and my other channel is called Hobby Cantina. And basically what I do is I take RC cars and RC vehicles and boats and stuff like that, and I take them on my camping trips, or I take them to national parks and state parks, the desert, the high desert, the mountains. I do all that stuff, take it out there. I have an indoor crawler course that I made, do how-to videos, stuff like that. Check out that channel, it's called Hobby Cantina. But here on the Yard Dad, what I decided to do was I thought that because of my knowledge with landscaping and turf management, fruit trees, gardening, mulching, edging, adding fertilizers, any of that stuff, I'm a landscape contractor. So I do actually have a lot of knowledge when it comes to those things. And I thought that I could share that knowledge with you here on this channel. I've had a lot of friends and family that have always reached out to me about those things, and they've always enjoyed my knowledge when it comes to what to do in their yard. So I want to share those things with you. And I want this to be kind of like a place where if you've got comments or questions or anything like that, you can feel free to leave those at any time. And the Yard Dad, me, Chris, will get back to you because the community in landscaping is awesome. And we don't have a huge community up where I live here in northern Utah. So even neighbors, like anybody that needs help, I'm always here to help with it. And I want other people to, to learn with trial and error like I do. So if you have comments about landscaping and anything like that, feel free to let me know. But what are we going to be doing on this channel? Well, follow me. I'm going to show you my horrible yard, my terrible spring northern Utah yard, and how bad it looks right now. It's not really that bad, but we don't really have a spring here. It's more like we get snow that doesn't stick, windstorms, a little bit of rain, but once those thunderstorms come, that's when I'll get my sprinklers back on, and then we'll go from there. But yeah, let me show you my yard, kind of show you what we'll be doing on this channel. I'll go over some equipment at the end, some of the stuff I have. I'm gonna have to get more organized because I'm just switching back into spring landscape time, looking forward to it. But yeah, here, come check out my yard. All right, so I'm gonna show you the front yard first, see what it looks like here in the springtime in Utah. It's quite miserable, but today it's actually really nice. Check out the yard. So this space right here, this is all my front yard. There was snow on it about a week ago. And this is the landscaping that I've done in the front, mainly just shrubs. And then my wife, she actually did all the pavers. And then, yeah, this is basically the space that I have up here. And then my property line, of course, goes down here, and we have this tree that's right here. And I take care of all this, the sidewalk strips. Then we'll walk over here. I'll show you this side. So right here, more sidewalk strip. All this grass is pretty dormant right now, but you'll see it's a little bit different in the back. But yeah, this is all the front area. And you see how you're getting in the shade here with the cool season. It's starting to get greener. I use 2 different types of grass seed. Oh, hello. Are you gonna show the yard, Bridger? You gonna show me the yard? I've got all the side space over here. Got all these mulch piles, gotta clean this up. This is gonna be an entire project. That's gonna be a lot of fun, right? Big old huge mess here. Gotta fix all of that up. Gotta do something with the cooler. Something with this firewood. And then the shrubs begin here. Got the juniper. What's this one? The Hinoki cypress. little hinoki one. And over here, we've got more mulch, more shrubs, fruit trees over here. We have apple, peach, and can't remember, I think this one's a pear, maybe. And then got a maple tree over here, Korean maple. Then of course, just a bunch of stuff. And then once again, my wife did all these pavers. She did all of them. Then we've got another tree. I put a crabapple tree over here. There's a cherry tree right here. And then just some privacy trees over here. And then this area right here is going to be for my dog. This season we'll be taking him over here when we don't take him other spots. But eventually we'll do something with this. We'll make it a project. But that's my whole front yard and side yards and backyard. And then of course I have another, I built these. This is a pear tree. And then this is another type of apple tree. I think it's Pink Lady, I can't remember. But we're gonna need to get all the grass out of here and all these beds and any grass that's showing up in these mulch beds too. We gotta get rid of all that stuff, all right? And we need some new mulch. And then also, we've got to fix all of this. There's some POA that I see. The weeds are already showing, so I got to get pre-emergence down. So we have a lot of stuff to do. But I will show you the pre-emergent that I'll be using, and that's what we'll be using in the first video that I make after this one. But yeah, that's everything out here. And if you can think of any good ideas or anything like that, just let me know. Oh, we are gonna be working on this space right here. We wanna make a spot where we can get these grills off of our concrete and over here. So I was thinking about doing some tiles, maybe a couple tiles out here, and then moving the mulch back and flattening it out. And then we'll have space to put the grills. But yeah, lots of stuff to do in the backyard for sure. And it is a very nice day. Apparently it's going to snow next Tuesday and next Wednesday. One thing I forgot to show was that all of these shrubs, they're starting to push new growth. So I need to prune these before it actually turns into spring here. Because I'm a little late on the pruning, but I think just because of our climate here, it will be fine. But I need to basically just clean all of these up. And then once again, any of the grass from the overseed that ended up in here, it's growing. So I need to pull all that out too. But we'll start with pruning, and of course the getting down the pre-emergent. Definitely have a bunch of stuff to do. Be never-ending projects. But let's go ahead and go back to the garage, and then I'll go over some of the stuff I'm going to use, and then we'll wrap up this first video. All right, so yeah, hope you liked the yard. I'm going to just kind of show you some of the equipment I've got and some of the stuff we'll be using. Shout out the yard bra. Shout out to, I've watched a bunch of people. How to with Doc. But yeah, shout out to those people. I've I've always known a lot about this stuff, but just watching stuff like that, reading comments, reaching out to people in this landscape community, everyone's awesome. Like everyone is just like a book of knowledge. But yeah, here I'll show you some of the equipment that I've got. All right, so right here, this is actually, I can grow like indoor plants and stuff with this, like anything hydroponic. The thing works, like it's put out like bell peppers, anything that you can think of like herb-wise and stuff like that. These things are great. I can't remember what it's called, the company, but it's something that we will, I'll be setting up later and I'll kind of show you some stuff about it. But anyways, I've got an Earthwise right here, reel mower that I haven't used this one too much, but I put this reel on the back so that you can get those stripes, and that's a game changer. I ordered this from some like engineering company, and it's like one of those wheels that you would see at like UPS or something, where they just be like rolling the packages by. I got the right measurement on it and it fit perfectly. That's the Earthwise. Then right here I've got my lawn roller. And yeah, this thing will definitely be used in that. I've got my stuff for laying down any sort of thing where I want to catch the rocks and putting down organic soils and stuff like that. I've got this right here. I've got my web that I had to order. Got this. If you want to know how to get one of these, I can tell you how to get one. And then of course, mats to save your knees. And I mean, I've got all sorts of lawn equipment that I use. There's one of those lawn aerator things, the rollerator. Took me 4 months to get that. Totally worth it. And then of course, I have all my gas stuff over here. I use quite a lot of different companies worth of stuff, but I've got this Echo leaf blower that's been working out great for me. And then I use this mower right here, this Toro. And if I remember correctly, I think it's 163 cc. Really good mower. Haven't had any problems with it. I have a backup one that's over here that's electrical, folded up. And that thing gets the job done unless the grass is tall. If the grass is tall, it stops a lot. It just doesn't have that power. And of course, the Sun Joe. If you've never used one of the Thatchers before, highly recommend them. We'll be doing some stuff on that. I've got some soil pep. Soil pep's real good stuff. Jobs, sticks, fertilizers, all my different fertilizers. We'll go over that in another video. But what I did want to show you and start with was I'm going to show you what pre-emergent I'll be putting down, and then we'll be putting that down in my next video. All right, well, just kidding. I couldn't find the pre-emergent. It's somewhere in here. I'm gonna have to get more organized, get everything organized. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this first episode of this landscape vlog that I'm doing. And if you've got any comments or any suggestions or anything like that, you just feel free to let me know in the comments below. And please comment because I want people to have a place where we can talk, discuss everything lawn care, grass, fruit trees, gardening, whatever. Doesn't matter. If you've got some comments, you put those down there. I'll get back to you. Like, subscribe, do all that, you know. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the walk around my yard, some of these projects that we'll be doing, and I'll see you on the next one. This is Chris with the Yard Dad. Thanks for watching. All right, well, check it out. Hit the jackpot. Found pretty much everything that I usually use, including this humic 12, the humic acid. This is good stuff. And This stuff smells disgusting, but good stuff. Some sea kelp, seaweed, and yeah, I mean, I've got like everything, except I can't find the pre-emergent. So I guess I'm gonna have to order some more pre-emergent. But found the jackpot there, found all my stuff, and we should be good to go. So yeah, see you out there. See you on the next one.